Welcome back to the Daily Special. Today we're going to make these soft and chewy Snickerdoodle cookies. Now I don't know about you, but cookies are my weakness, so let's get into it. For the cookie dough, we're going to need flour, kosher salt, baking soda, cream of tartar, a large egg, granulated sugar and light brown sugar, a stick of unsalted butter, and some vanilla. I like to weigh out my ingredients for consistent results. If you ever find yourself baking the same recipe but getting different results, it's most likely because the ingredient weights are off. So this is your best bet at perfection. Mix together all of the dry ingredients in a small bowl. This includes the flour, salt, baking soda, and cream of tartar. The cream of tartar gives these cookies their iconic tanginess. In a larger bowl, I'm combining the room temperature butter with the brown and white sugars. Using a hand mixer, a stand mixer, or doing it by hand, cream the butter and sugars together until they are light and fluffy. This takes about 5 minutes and it makes a light and fluffy cookie. This is how it should look once it's creamed together. We're going to add in 1 room temperature large egg and a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. I actually made this vanilla myself by soaking vanilla beans in vodka for a few months. Mix this together just until the egg is fully incorporated. We don't want to see any white or yellow streaks from the egg left over. Now it's time to add our dry ingredients into the butter and sugar mixture. I like to fold the flour in by scraping my spatula around the bowl and then down the middle of the dough. This ensures proper incorporation of the flour into the sugar without overworking the dough. Overworking this dough can overdevelop the gluten, which would lead to a tough cookie. As soon as there are no more traces of flour, we're good to go. I'm mixing 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar with half a teaspoon of cinnamon to create the coating for these snickerdoodles. This is going to give them their signature crackled texture. I'm shaping these cookies into 1½ tablespoon sized balls using a cookie dough scoop. Then I'm rolling the dough into the cinnamon sugar before placing them about 2 inches apart on a sheet tray lined with a silicone baking mat. We want these cookies to get evenly coated with the cinnamon sugar mixture so that there's a hint of cinnamon in every bite. You can use parchment paper to line a sheet tray or a cookie sheet if you don't have a silicone mat. I'll link both the mat and the cookie scoop I used to measure out the cookies down in the description box. This recipe makes about 18 Snickerdoodle cookies. You can freeze these shaped cookies before baking for up to 3 months. Just make sure they're in an airtight container. Place the cookies into a preheated 375-degree oven and bake for 10 to 11 minutes. I like to rotate the cookies halfway through baking because every oven has different hot spots, and this ensures a more evenly baked cookie. Here's how our Snickerdoodles look fresh out of the oven. They're crispy on the edges and soft and chewy on the inside. You can store these cookies in an airtight container at room temp for 3 to 4 days or in the refrigerator for up to a week. The full recipe can be found on my website, thedailyspecial.com, and I'll link that below in the description for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe for more recipe videos. I'll see you at the next one.